Right, let's dive into this. We're about to go on a really fascinating journey into biological housekeeping. Welcome to this explainer, where we're going to break down the exact mechanisms of autophagy. You know, your body has these absolutely incredible built-in systems for healing and rejuvenation. But here's the catch. Most of us never actually let them finish their job. Today, we're going to fix that. We're digging into the science your doctor probably never had time to explain to you.
So here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll look at the false finish line, then move into trash collection and recycling. After that, we'll cover replacing the power plants, dive into deep cellular quality control, and wrap up with exactly how to accelerate autophagy.
So, when does fasting actually start working? Well, most people think they know the answer to this one. But as we're about to see, so many people actually quit right before the real magic happens. They're literally stopping the process entirely by accident.
Okay, Section 1, the false finish line. Let's look at where most people mistakenly stop.
All right, let's break down those early hours. Right around the 12-hour mark, your insulin drops low enough that a sensor called mTOR finally quiets down. Then by 14 hours, this tiny structure called the phagophore forms. And by 16 hours, your growth hormone is surging. This is awesome because it protects your lean muscle from breaking down and signals your fat cells to release stored fatty acids for energy. But, and listen carefully here, this is just the setup.
Because at this first stage, there's absolutely no demolition happening yet. Think of mTOR as a hyperactive factory manager, constantly telling your cells to produce and store. When that manager finally goes quiet, a protein called Beclin-1 activates. Imagine Beclin-1 as a building inspector. It's just walking through your cell, writing up a report on broken pipes, misfolded proteins, and outdated wiring, basically just putting sticky notes on damaged stuff. There's no actual cleaning happening. Now, you might feel some hunger pangs here, but honestly, that's just ghrelin playing tricks on you. It's a habit hormone, not actual starvation.
Now, between hours 14 and 16, your cells finally move to capture that damage. Remember that phagophore we mentioned? It wraps around all those tagged, broken components and seals them up inside a bubble called an autophagosome. It acts exactly like a tightly sealed garbage bag. But here is the tragedy of it all. If you get impatient and eat at hour 16 because of that ghrelin hunger spike, well, you basically just canceled the garbage truck pickup. The bag is packed, the truck is on its way, but by eating, you sent the entire renovation crew home before they could do any real work.
Which brings us to Section 2, trash collection and recycling. Getting past that 16-hour mark is absolutely crucial. That's where everything changes. It's really important to understand the massive difference between just stopping at 16 hours versus pushing through to 20 hours. Stage 1, that was just inspection, no actual repair. But in Stage 3, which hits from about hour 17 to 20, the word repair finally means something. Your cell literally starts tearing down the damaged house and rebuilding it from the inside out, using those salvaged bricks.
So how exactly does it do that? Well, around hour 17, that cellular garbage bag we just talked about fuses with something called the lysosome. You can think of the lysosome as the ultimate cellular recycling plant. It contains over 50 digestive enzymes, and they are specifically designed to strip down broken machinery and damaged proteins into raw, reusable amino acids. Those raw materials, they get sent right back into the cell to be reused. It's true renovation, not just destruction. And the effects of this are profound, especially up in your brain. Think about it. Neurons live your entire lifetime without being replaced, so they accumulate decades of protein clumps. But research published in Nature Medicine links this specific stage 3 autophagy directly to clearing out that neural debris, the kind often associated with cognitive decline. And what do you feel right now? Definitely not hunger. You feel this clean, effortless mental clarity, all because your brain is running super efficiently on ketones instead of glucose.
All right, let's keep going. Section 3, replacing the power plants. This is where we get a serious metabolic upgrade.
Spanning from hour 20 to 24, that general biological housekeeping we just talked about, it shifts into high-precision, selective operations. Your body isn't just sweeping the floors anymore. No, it is actively targeting specific, critical infrastructure for total replacement. This specific process is called mitophagy. So mitochondria are your cellular power plants, right? They produce the physical energy for literally every thought and heartbeat. But as they age, they start leaking reactive oxygen species. These are nasty little molecules that actively poison the surrounding cell and speed up aging. Mitophagy is the targeted precision removal of those damaged, aging mitochondria. It clears out the broken ones and uses the raw materials to build brand new, highly efficient versions right from the inside out. Think of it like a massive delivery fleet. Sure, some trucks run perfectly, but the older, broken trucks consume way more fuel, deliver a lot less, and honestly, they occasionally crash into the good ones. By getting rid of the crashing, inefficient trucks, your entire system just runs faster and cleaner. People who consistently reach this stage experience what is basically a structural metabolic upgrade. They report qualitatively better, hyper-stable physical energy with way less dependence on constantly eating to sustain it. Moving on to Section 4, Deep Cellular Quality Control. This is what happens when you push beyond 24 hours.
Over this 2-day stretch, from 24 hours up to 48 hours and beyond, the body enters incredibly rare territory. By now, hunger has entirely vanished. Your body isn't even expecting a ghrelin spike anymore. It is fully committed to fat and ketone metabolism, running on its own stored resources, with just remarkable efficiency.
At this fifth stage, two amazing things happen. First, xenophagy activates. This is basically your immune system patrolling the hard-to-reach interior of your cells, sweeping up hidden viral particles and bacterial remnants that have just been accumulating over time. Second, and this is wild, Stanford research highlights that your stem cell pools undergo a deep quality control check. Deeper autophagy actually preserves better stem cell function, giving you vastly greater tissue repair capacity throughout your entire body.
And if you really push it, hitting 36 to 48 hours, you unlock Stage 6, Chaperone-Mediated Autophagy. Yoshinori Osumi actually won the 2016 Nobel Prize in Medicine for uncovering these exact mechanisms. We are talking about precision repair at the single-molecule level. Specialized guides, called chaperones, physically escort individual damaged proteins one at a time directly into the lysosomes. Practicing this depth of cellular quality control is strongly associated with the biological profiles of the longest-lived, metabolically healthiest people ever studied.
Okay, let's look at Section 5, How to Accelerate Autophagy. Because here is the ultimate plot twist, guys. Biology doesn't actually care how many hours you fast. It cares about what conditions you create during those hours.
You could fast for 16 hours and totally sabotage your results by making a few common mistakes. For example, if you eat a massive, high-carbohydrate dinner the night before, your liver glycogen takes way longer to deplete. That pushes Stage 2 back by hours. Or, if you break your fast with sugar, you instantly reactivate mTOR, literally stopping the delivery cycle mid-process. And just staying completely sedentary, that delays the whole metabolic switch, trapping you in the inspection phase when you really could have been renovating. But you can easily fix this. By implementing 3 simple adjustments, you can aggressively accelerate your progress through these stages without extending your fast by a single minute. Step 1, just add 20 minutes of light movement between hours 10 and 14. Step 2, eat a protein-forward final meal before your fasting window begins. And Step 3, break your fast with eggs or fish before you even touch any carbohydrates. Give your biology exactly what it needs at every single level. Which brings us to our final question. Which stage of cellular repair will you unlock tomorrow? Your body hasn't been failing you, It's simply been waiting for the right instructions to start its deepest healing. So now that you actually know the biological rules of the game, are you ready to finally let your cells finish the job?